Mima, Mima, Mima. Where do I begin with this character? Look, I'm gonna be transparent right off the bat. I don't care about Mima. That's my opinion. Never really saw the hype, you know? But I understand why people want her back in Windows. And I'm gonna shed some light on why she might not ever return. First of all, the reason why people want her back is because of lore. Okay? Believe it or not, PC98 had quite a bit of lore for Reimu and the Hakureis in general. I know that Felt Detective Story is kind of trying to do that again, but they're doing it poorly in my opinion, but whatever. Much like the villain in that series, Mima is a vengeful spirit who had a grudge against Hakurei. And then Reimu kind of beat her ass, and Mima is just like, you know what? Nice shrine, I'm just gonna keep chilling here. I mean, granted, she was sealed behind the shrine, but she just kind of chilled. And she taught Marissa magic, so, like, she has a whole stake in the lore and how it's going. But that's one of the main reasons why people want Mima back, because she has connections to the main characters. And people like Yuka and Alice showed back up, so they're like, why not Mima? And I have a theory as to why not. See, back in PC98, Zune worked for another company. It was a publishing firm, a university, I forget which. But it wasn't a sole project, and because of that, there is a possibility, it's not confirmed, but there is a possibility that some of the characters he made back then are owned by this university, this group he worked with. So that means that he cannot use those characters. They're not his. They don't belong to him. And the only characters he has brought back were the ones he either negotiated the rights for or were his to begin with. He was like, yo, can I have these characters so that, you know, I can reboot my game theories as a completely independent project? And luckily for him, he's gotten Reimu, Marissa, Alice, and Yuka. Thank God for that, because I love Alice and Yuka a lot. And honestly, I kind of like Yuka's Windows characterization better because, you know, sweetheart. Even though she's, like, rated dangerous. This is not a Yuka video. This is a Mima video. But yes, in a fan game, Mima was given the Twilight Spark, which was what people think was inspired Marissa, at least in fanon. Canon, it's debatable, but it's hinted that it was Yuka who inspired Marissa, because she uses a move that's basically a Master Spark with her umbrella. So there's that. And personally speaking, while I'm not crazy about Mima, I do like her more than the stand-in Mioi or whatever. Not Mioi, that's a totally different character. That's how little I care about the new person who has a grudge against Reimu, who's also a vengeful spirit. If Zune had the ability to bring Mima back, he would have there. So either he's trolling hard because he knows how much people want her back, or he legitimately can't because there's legal guidelines in the way. And because of that, he's like, I'll just make someone who's close to Mima. He did that before with Toga, who's arguably much better than our friggin' vengeful spirit in this manga, and he gives hints to her here and there. So I think he does want to bring her back, but he legitimately can't. Like, he can't negotiate the rights or whatever. So until he can do that, or until he decides to stop trolling us, I don't think Mima will come back, but I do understand why people want her back. Why she's so beloved, because of the impact she's had on lore and just her general personality, where she's kind of like that troll. She was kind of like a proto-Yukari in many ways, where she was like just trolled Reimu whenever she wanted, but she could also be like helpful sometimes, even though she's like constantly trying to undermine Reimu. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of nice, and I can see why people want that. So yeah, that's that's like many reasons why Mima is very anticipated in coming back, because of her impact. Like, if you're a fan of PC98, you know her impact, and you know why people want her back. Hell, I'm sure people would trade current canon characters, throw them into the trash for Mima. That's how much they like her. And I kind of respect that, liking a character that much. Like, can you imagine liking a character that much? I sacrifice Yomu to the graveyard to bring here Mima in attack mode. Let's go, Mima. Let us choose wisely so we can be the king of games. But, you know, whatever. So yeah, I think that is indeed a reason why Mima is anticipated. And you know what? For the sake of Mima fans, I hope she does come back, because they're so vocal and they're so loving of this character that I love to see their days made. I'd like to see it as a huge event equivalent to Sora finally getting into Smash Bros, you know? Like, in the next Touhou game, Mima, what the fuck? She's back? What the hell is going on? Like, something like that, like a side game. Mima's return. Like, that would be kind of... I gotta admit, that'd be kind of cool. So, yeah. I hope that Mima does make a comeback eventually, be it because Zune stopped trolling or he fixed whatever legal issues he had. And I hope you guys, fans of Mima, are one day made happy, alright? Until next time, Touhou!